My dad, his name is Dan. He's been living with Alzheimer's for about 10 years now, or a little bit longer even. There's a pretty big morning routine to get him just out of bed, getting him into the wheelchair, going to the bathroom, taking a shower, brushing teeth, things like that, which I'm not that involved in, but it's definitely a lot. It just was really hard, I think, to talk about, because I don't know how people are gonna react, or I don't want them to pity me or feel weird about it. It's something that I feel like people don't talk about, but well, I saw Ed's story and how he put out that video that had him talking about his mom, and that was really inspiring to me. And the idea that we could have a cure for Alzheimer's by 2025, I think that's really life-changing, and I think it would be for a lot of people. And just having a little bit of hope that there are people out there who care about this issue and who care about families like mine is really, really hopeful and good.
There it is. Good to see you, Dan.
He very smart guy. He loved to travel. He was lazy when it came to projects in the house. He wanted to just be out all the time and do his things. He loved music. He still loves music. He took Amanda to her violin lessons when she was 3, and then switched over to the piano when she was 5. And he was the one that took her. You know, he liked being out. He enjoyed life. He did some trials over at McLean's to try any medication that might help him. He was actually in a trial when he fell down the stairs in 2014, and then we ended up in a nursing home, hospital, nursing home. So that lasted a few months, and then he couldn't walk, couldn't use his hands. I had quit my job to take care of them, and then I've just stayed home since because, it's a full-time job.
It's a full-time job. How much help do you get?
It depends on the day, maybe 5 hours, 4 hours. It depends on the day,
Yeah.
It varies.
Well, for 20 hours, it's you.
Yeah, well, it's more than probably that, but yeah.
For 24 hours.
Yeah.
Even when there's somebody here, you're still on duty.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about your mother and your father and what you see in this house every day?
I love and appreciate them so much. I'm really grateful, I think, for our family.
We're pretty honest. I really stress honesty. This is what you're supposed to do in life. This is what I teach them, and I think it's a good thing to see. It's a good lesson.
My mother had Alzheimer's for many years, and she was a brilliant woman, like Dan.
Mm-hmm.
She could do calculus for fun, even though she never had it.
And now, how did she get diagnosed? Was she having symptoms?
Well, she started to do funny things,
Yep.
say funny things that you tried to ignore.
Right.
And it was Dr. Groden at Mass General who gave the test to my mother. And even there, we were in a state of disbelief. I would say it was 3 years
Before she was diagnosed.
into it, yeah. My father said, Eddie, it was an honor that your mother married me. It was an honor. And so he was a great man, and you're a great woman.
Thank you.
And you have a great family,
I do.
who are supportive of you, doing this. And I appreciate your story.
The thing I always tell Dan when we're talking is that you take care of me, and I take care of you forever and ever. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, it's a love story.
Yeah.
That's what your story is. It's a love
is,
story.
it is.
It's a beautiful story.
It really is.
And,
And he knows he's loved.
The thing about Alzheimer's is that, unlike other diseases, it's the one disease where the person who has the disease cannot advocate for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They can't march
That's right.
as part of a survivor's march because there are no survivors, right? And so I see it as my job to create the program to find the cure. And it's just trying to put into law the lessons I learned from my father.
Right.
How much more likely they're going to eat if they're at home.
That's
How
right.
much more likely they're going to exercise if they're at home.
That's right.
How much more likely they're going to keep a good disposition if they're at home. So all of that is now a law. And my goal is to scale it up
Good.
so that we can make that the national program. for every family to have it as an option. And you're just a perfect example of how much you would benefit if there were even more resources helping you, huh? Because you're 24/7.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So Amanda wrote a beautiful piece.
Oh, wasn't that? I think she's a great writer, and I think it came from the heart, and it was very hard for her to do. She's not very open about those things, and I think it was good for her to do.
That I want people to know, and also I wanted people to know about the work that you're doing. A lot of people don't know about it, and it's something that everyone should know about. We need more, people in the government who actually have personal experience with things and who legislate from their heart and based on what they know.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
It's absolutely a beautiful tribute to your father and your mother. There's a lot of education that has to still go on about Alzheimer's, and that's why we have to do more work. Just explaining to people that this has to be a big campaign that we wage to find the cure for Alzheimer's, and so it's a big part of my family's history, your family. We can get it done, though. We are going to get it done. We're going to solve this problem. It's not Democrat, it's not Republican, it's not liberal, it's not conservative. It's just something that we have to come together to work to find the cure.
That's right.